This is our next episode and trying to convert men into gentlemen. Here we're going to open the topic of emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? When your brain is connected to your heart, that is called emotional intelligence. In a film they say, Dil ki socho, dimag ki mat socho. But that is wrong. सिर्फ दिल यूज करेगा तो इंटेलिजेंस यूज नहीं करोगे, so your decisions are going to be wrong. Intelligence tells you what's right and what's wrong, makes you analyze, calculate the effects of your decisions. Dil is an emotion which can go out of control. Emotional intelligence is trying to understand your emotions and the emotions of the other person. So a gentleman, one of the requirements of becoming a gentleman is to understand your emotions with your intelligence and understand the other person, the woman's or the other man's intelligence, and analyzing it, processing it, and then making your decisions to act accordingly. Emotional intelligence involves identifying and managing yours and other people's emotions. Emotional intelligence goes hand in hand with empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is not sympathy. Empathy is having an understanding and some kind of a caring for the other person's emotions, feelings, not letting the other person get hurt. A gentleman should have empathy to other people, to women and other men. Empathy means if the woman is feeling hurt, if the woman is feeling disrespected, empathy involves the man having to understand that. So, any eve teasing, for example, causes discomfort to the woman, right? So, a gentleman has empathy, understands any action that he does. If it causes discomfort to the other person, he withdraws and changes his actions, goes away from that. Empathy also involves having to understand the feelings of that person and not talking in such a way that it would make that person uncomfortable or nervous or scared. A genuine gentleman understands sensitivity. Being sensitive to other people's emotions or being sensitive about your emotions is not a sign of weakness. Being sensitive to the other person's emotions is if somebody has hurt somebody, the gentleman will be willing to listen to that person and give some kind of verbal comfort if she or he needs it. A gentleman is being sensitive does not mean he's not tough or strong. He's just more sensitive and in tune with that person's brain waves and feelings. A gentleman is aware that his actions will create a certain reaction in the other person, maybe an emotional reaction. He understands if his actions are causing some kind of a negative effect on that person. He withdraws, reforms himself, changes himself. And that's the way a gentleman adapts to the situation. Understanding another person's emotion with your intelligence is emotional intelligence. So a good gentleman can become a friend who can be like a friend, philosopher, and guide, or a best friend without entering any kind of romantic or emotional entanglement with a woman, if he's friends with a woman. If a woman smiles at you, it doesn't mean she wants to get romantically involved with you. She's just being friendly. So treat her like a buddy, treat her like a friend. Treat her the way you would treat your other friends. Emotional intelligence involves using your brains to understand your emotions and the emotions of other people, and using your brains to plan your actions, whether to talk or not to talk, or what to talk, how to talk. That's emotional intelligence. A gentleman is someone who develops his emotional intelligence and tries to become a more and more understanding friend. Just because a woman smiles at you doesn't mean she's interested in you, doesn't mean she's attracted to you. Just remember that and be gentleman. A gentleman is someone who is physically strong but emotionally sensitive enough to understand people and their emotions. Think about it.